Over the years, we've planted vegetables, flowers, and of course trees. Well, you know what? It's tree time for Heritage House. And this week we're planting another apple tree. Hello, Northern Michigan. I hope you're having a great evening. We're out here in the field. We're going to plant another apple tree. Joining me, Terry Bertrand for Barker Creek Nursery. And of course, we have Justin Morgan from Morgan Composting. And Terry, got a hole here. It's been dug. He did a great job earlier. Again, what's our setup? Because it feels like it's a little late to plant a tree. It's like June.
Right.
How we can still do this, right?
Absolutely. There's no bad time to plant a tree, and the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. So we're right on course.
Okay.
So the thing is, when things are sleeping, you can mishandle them a bit. You can kind of take your time. You can transport them in an open trailer or truck. Here we've tarped the truck so we don't have wind damage to the foliage. We got the hole dug. We got good soil in the bottom, but we don't mess around. Just get it done.
All right. So we got some soil. It's sand, it's dirt, it's a combination. So Justin, we're putting something in here, right?
Yeah, so what we recommend from Morgan Composting is the tree and shrub. So anytime, and especially in Northern Michigan, it's normal to have like a sandy loam, right? We may have a little bit of clay in here, but it's really sandy and light soil. And remember, your tree's only as good as the soil you put it in. It may last for a little bit, and there may be some nutrient in there, but to make this thing go for the rest of its life, we got to make sure we put a comfortable bed down there. So the tree and shrub has dairy dew in it, bark in there, sphagnum peat. It has Tennessee brown rock in there for phosphorus, and it also has gypsum in there for calcium and sulfur. So it's a nice balanced potting soil, and then it has minerals in there so we can get the taste back out of our fruit.
Gotcha. And now we've only put down a little bit here. I mean, we just have to estimate roughly how much to put in.
So we don't have to go really super deep, but we definitely want to go broad to accommodate those lateral roots to anchor our tree in heavy wind.
How wide?
You know, I would say twice, if not 3 times the size of the tree.
Okay.
Especially if you're in like Kalkaska sand or in other areas, if you've got clay aerating it so that soil is softer so the roots can spread quicker.
Yeah.
What I like about the Morgan Composting is it's got everything in it to balance the soil needs for 1 full year.
Okay.
So it's really simple for people to use, and it's a living soil. It's not something that's been brewed at temperatures that kills all the biology in it. But what we've done is we've left all of the good nutrients, and everything's organic too, so the trees and the shrubs and your perennials, they recognize it and they can absorb it right away. So we got some good soil. It's really good to mix your soil with the Morgan Composting. We want those roots to spread. All right, and so this is the graft of a tree. Most trees have them, whether you're a maple or a crabapple. So we want this above ground. We're gonna backfill with the tree and shrub.
Yeah.
And then we're also gonna mix some of the soil around it with it. So we just have a nice little blend of it. And then whether you use your heel or your fist or kind of pack that in. We don't want air pockets in the tree. And sometimes like after watering it, you'll see air pockets or after a good rain. Just go back through and throw some more compost or tree and shrub on there.
And this will help as a weed barrier too. Instead of using mulch, this will have the food in there and help make that
it'll leach down into the roots.
And how high should we go?
No, this is perfect. We want to maybe cover these lateral roots here just a little bit. And it's good with fruit trees too, like Justin just said, is we leave the soil exposed to sunlight. We don't have a lot of mulch. If you do some mulch, do it on the perimeter for those lateral roots, but not against the trunk.
And then also, we tell people, once you remember this tree is going to want to go out and expand, so bring it out just a little bit beyond that hole that we dug, so it has a reason to get out there. What we don't want to do is have those roots get to the side of that sand and then start root bounding, right? That's what kills the tree after a year or two.
And we're going to kind of bowl this in too, because we're in the middle of a field and there's not irrigation that's readily available. Is we want to bowl this in so when it does rain, it can actually leach instead of running right off. And then over time, Mother Nature will erode this kind of berm, and but it'll get the job done.
All right, awesome. And of course, next week we're talking about the trees already established and what we can do to make them a little bit better.